Hey everybody, and welcome to another What's in the Box. What's in the Box is where we look at what's in the box, and today we're gonna have a look at what's in this box. So it's basically an unboxing video, and we're gonna be unboxing Wargames Atlantic's Valkir Heavy Troopers, and this is in collaboration with Mark Mondragon's Iron-Core range. There's this real story in why I'm doing this unboxing. So I had this young customer walk into the store. He went over to the Wargames Atlantic section of my store, and he was looking through, and he pulled this one out, and he asked me how come this one had a brand or a name on it. And I had to explain to him, what was all about, right? So I thought it was a great idea to share with you a little bit about the box and also to look inside. Now, for the gamers who have been in the hobby now for more than 10 years, you probably know the story, or you know the origins of this, but this is more for the new guy or the newbie. So basically, Mark Mondragon is basically the guy behind DreamForge Games, and DreamForge Games did a Kickstarter, I think 2011, 2012, and at the time when this ones came out, this were hard plastic, and well, in the the hobby, this was out there, cutting edge, right? The sculpts were nice, very chunky. It's very reminiscent of a certain grimdark game as well, which always helps. And at the time, there wasn't so much fuss or a lot of companies asking other companies not to make miniatures that look like the company that's asking the company not to make the miniatures. You know what I mean? Okay, so basically when he ran the Kickstarter 2011, 2012, it led to his Leviathan range, and this caused quite a stir, right? So if you head over to DreamForge website right now, you will see the last update was this box over here, right? This was the last update on their blog, and it's kind of cool that they are now, well, for this box and the Iron-Core release, are working with Wargames Atlantic to release these miniatures, right? And again, if you're of a certain vintage, right, this will bring back some memories of 2011, 2012 when the Kickstarter was happening. And if you're new, this is one of those miniatures that you get a chance to add to your games of one-page rules or Stargrave or whatever it is, right? The reason this one actually took off is because well, the digital sculpting was pretty good, and it's a part hard plastic kit, which is, at the time was like kind of impressive. Okay, so let's look at the back very quickly as well. In this box, you get 12 multi-part hard plastic miniatures. In the DreamForge one, I think you got 20. So, and I think there's a reason for that as well. So it says here, Valkir Heavy Troopers, brothers and sisters in war. Valkir Heavy Troopers are the elite of the Iron-Core warrior class, chosen for the extreme aggression and the fortitude to stay in the fight regardless of personal costs. So they are part of the Iron-Core in-world army, right? The indoctrination ceremony is steeped in ritual mysticism, where the recruits are blooded by the slaying of a sacrificial offering, signifying the death of their old life and their resurrection to the Valkyr. An oath is given that binds the initiate to the armor siblings, whom they will serve until their death. So this is a blood cult kind of space soldier, right? So this hard plastic includes enough parts to build 12 heavily armed Valkir Heavy Troopers, with options to build legs in multiple ways. And we'll see what it looks like in a bit. So let's have a look inside the box. Now, I've seen this frame a couple of times, so I'm gonna explain this very quick. You get 4 of these exactly same frames. Now, the DreamForge frame was a bit different. That one had like a racks and racks of legs and racks of arms and racks of weapons and stuff like that. This one is a bit more, I want to say simplified, but I think more streamlined, right? This makes more sense if you're trying to, get back into the miniature game, which is what I think Mark Mondragon is doing, right? I could be wrong. Now, the first thing that you notice is that the heads are sculpt position, to the side, right? Usually you have them, face forward, right? So I think this is because of maybe the how the heads are a bit longer, you know. And there's this vibe of the Stahlhelm, the German Stahlhelm, or you can get this a little bit of a science fiction looking head, right? And these are the options that you can get. The whole look of the Valkir, as they show on the box, you can actually choose to go like with the Stahlhelm look or with the this look. I'm not so sure what the difference is in terms of helmet, but it's a totally different look that you can choose to go for. The frame is also, like I said, streamlined. You got all your arms here, you got your torsos. They are made out of two-part torsos, right? So you can actually, as you can see, the slot them here. So you know you won't have situations where you know it doesn't slot in properly. And then on each frame, you're given assault weapons, right? Some pistols, what I want to call a sword with power. And then you've got, you know, they are like, I'm not so sure what you call this cloth at the back of the armor, but you got that, right? And then you got the cloth at the front of the armor. I'm not sure what they're called. And they got different legs, right? And as you can see over here, they can be posed, you know, as how you want. Then you have the heavy weapons there, and the heavy weapons there, and then you got the support weapons. And then this is the flamer, and this is the tube for the flamer, which actually fits to one of the backpacks. One of them has a, I think, yeah, this one over here. You can actually put this there. It looks quite nice actually once it's built. And then you got all these little bits over here, shoulder pads, and then I think there's a chest knee pads, I think, I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong though, but shoulder pads. And then you got all these different, like, you know, things that you can add on. It's quite a simple kit, and the fact is that you can only get like 4 per frame. So that's no, hang on, you get 3 per frame, and that's 412. Means that basically it's a really, really simple kit to put together. The old DreamForge one had a lot more options, but I can understand why they decided to go with something a bit more streamlined. So for those of you who do not know, now you know it's Mark Mondragon's Iron-Core, and this is in collaboration with Wargames Atlantic. The boy ended up getting the sick kit, you know, deciding it was going to be used for his you know, one-page rules games. And I think if you were gonna choose to build one of these, right, these are one of those easy kits that is quite flexible in the way you can pose them, and it would fit nicely into your one-page rules, or if you like, right, if you adjust it slightly for your Stargrave games as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the unboxing, a very simple one of this box set. Now, like I said, the only reason I'm doing this because just to throw in a little bit of like history there, because I think what Mark Mondragon did with his Kickstarter back in 2012, that one really got me going, you know. Hard plastic, you know, Kickstarter doing extremely well. That is Leviathans and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm doing this unboxing just to say, yeah, I guess flex and say what I know about the set. So that's pretty much it. Hope you like this what's in the box. I'll be doing more as and when people ask me what things are and I decide it's good to share. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, don't forget to enjoy painting those figures.